All right, everybody, welcome to the Inspired Thunder Series. Garrett Jenkins up here in the booth as always, bringing you the action tonight. Just about to wrap up the remaining part of the car store portion of the schedule. The first portion of it, might I say, at least. Next week, Legacy Phoenix, and then November 15th, we'll go to Atlanta. Right now, Aaron Stanton on top. Charged with Tyler Stone, David McCullough, Shane Hart, Ben Milton, your top five. Plenty of stuff to talk about in a short time to do it. So with that being said, take care of something real quick. So what we got a second here in the action. Go ahead and get the winner from Daytona up here in the booth. Big Heart, Garrett Jenkins up here in broadcast booth. Got a copy, buddy?
Yes, hello. How's it going?
Going pretty good. Well, after Monday night, you've had a chance to sit on the pretty much dominating run from Daytona. Is there any more momentum coming for that win that can be transparent into tonight? Right now, 7th on the board.
I mean, we've obviously got a little bit more motivation, I'd say, a little bit where hopefully we can keep the momentum going. But, you know, in practice, I haven't been very good at this track, so the plan is to just keep it as consistent as we can, don't push it too hard. Just try to get as many points as we can.
All right, buddy. Well, best of luck to you from here on out. Hopefully get talked to you at the end of this thing.
Yeah, thank you.
Yes, sir. That being said, well, it won't be a broadcast without talking to the man who is going for 3 straight wins on Saturday night. Getting the man himself in here. Shane Hart, Garrett Jenkins up here in broadcast booth. Got a copy, buddy?
Hey, what's up, Garrett?
Well, you tell me. Right now, going for 3 in a row on Saturday night, trying to go 3 for 3 in the late models in a car that you ain't never driven up until now, since this league started. How you feeling? Where's the confidence level, and how does the track feel overall?
Well, yeah, car's feeling good. Confidence level is, decently high. So far, we've got the second fastest overall lap, so it shows some promise. Yeah, just try and save that right front, and try to be there at the end.
But I got to say right now, the man who is only separating you from the lead by 29 points is right now top of the board. You got anything for the 27, or perhaps his teammate that's sitting in third right now in the practice charts? You stuck between a couple of loners.
Well, that's always a good place to be stuck. It'll be fun racing either way. Yeah, just looking forward to the battle. I'm sure both of them will be fast. Tyler Stone even looks pretty quick today, so yeah, it should be a fun race.
All right, buddy. Well, best of luck to you. Hopefully we get to talk to you at the end of this thing.
Thanks, Garrett.
Yes, sir. Well, talk to one person. We'll talk to the man on the other side of this equation that we just alluded to, being on the top spot. And right now, right behind his teammate, Colton Ward. Let's get him in here. Aaron Stanton, Garrett Jenkins up here in broadcast booth. Got a copy, buddy?
What's up, Garrett?
Well, after having to survive a right now 2-week onslaught of Shane Hart winning, who has came back from a 70-point deficit to now just 29 behind you, I got to ask, where's the confidence level at right now? Ran second last week. Had a car that could have won the race, but still hold on to the points lead and fastest on the practice charts. Where's the confidence level for the 27? And what's the plan for tonight?
First off, Garrett, you're late.
Very late.
As far as confidence, there is none. I just got to figure out how to keep him behind me.
Well,
Can't have any tomfoolery like last week. Just gotta. I gotta win. I don't know.
Well, you are among 4 drivers, however, one not here tonight who still have a realistic shot. Obviously, you're in the points lead, so you have a very realistic shot of a championship. Way too early to be calling it, but nonetheless, you've held on to at least the top 3 spots since Daytona. That's got to be something for the 27, right?
Yeah.
All right, buddy. Well, best of luck to you tonight. Hopefully, we'll get to talk to you at the end of this thing.
Thank you.
In the victory lane, of course.
I'll try.
Well, short field on deck tonight. Only 12 drivers make it 13. Austin Wrench making his long-awaited return to racing is here tonight. If he can get his stuff fired up, that is. Right now, one driver looking to turn his season around. Flippy Dad 2 machine of David McCullough had a great start in both series all the way up until it's had a bit of a rough patch over the last couple of weeks with 2 straight DNF finishes on the Monday night side. And finishes outside the top 15 in the Thursday night series. And right now, before we go any further, points coming into tonight. Aaron Stanton on top by 29. Just mentioned it over Shane Hart. Colt Ward out by 36. Mike Hauser out by 47. Him is pretty much 4th through 6th. Not here tonight. Mike Hauser, Stephen Henning, Elijah Fisher. Not here for Elijah Fisher. He'll drop him well outside of a race worth of points tonight. The same can be said for Stephen Henning Jr. and Mike Hauser, who walked into tonight as one of the 4 drivers still realistic shot at this championship so far. It will drop him well outside of it, but it will also 8 drivers outside the top 7. Tyler Stone, Big Milton, James Hadaway, and several other ones here looking to gain some much needed ground in the championship. With that being said, we'll get a word with David McCullough real fast before, well, how much time we got? 5 minutes? Yeah. Get a word with David McCullough real fast. David McCullough, Garrett Jenkins up here in broadcast booth. Got Copy Bay.
What's happening, Garrett?
Well, buddy, sound like you're just waking up.
Nah, yeah, I'm out here hanging out by myself. I was just kind of in a zone, I guess. What's up?
Well, mentioned it right before I pulled you in here. Been a bit of a rough patch for the 2 machine. 2 DNFs in the last 2 weeks for Monday night, and then obviously not great runs coming out of Saturday night since we hit the late model tour. I got to ask you, 6 on the board. Do you feel like this is the much needed chance for the 2 to get back into its consistent race, running up front, possibly even to win tonight?
Yeah, it's definitely going to be a night to to get back in a groove. As you stated, man, we've had a rough patch here, and it's time to just shake that off and focus on moving forward. We definitely need a good finish tonight.
As for the track going forward, right now 72-degree track temp is what I'm reading on my monitors. I got to ask, that adds a lot of grip to the track. In some ways, it will burn off that right front. For you, how's the 2 machine handling, and what do you think we can expect overall racing-wise tonight? Can we expect drivers to try to save a little bit more than what we've been seeing the last couple weeks, or does it pretty much just up to where cautions fly in the halfway break?
It'll be interesting with that halfway break, but you're dead on with some tire wear later in the race for sure. I think things are going to get a little squirrely the farther we go. Patience is going to be key tonight.
All right, buddy. Well, best of luck to you. Hopefully we get to talk to you in victory lane. And, hell, turn this...
Me too.
turn this luck around.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I appreciate you, Garrett. Have a good night.
You too, bud. With that being said, right now, just over 3 minutes remaining in practice. And right now, Shane Hart, Aaron Stanton, Colt Ward, the top 3. Jackson Hadaway and 4. Tyler Stone will round out top 5. Dan McCullough, Ben Milton, Ben Canert, There we go. Got it right that time. Bobby Hadaway and Robert Wilhoit rounds out the top 10. Only 12 drivers tonight. Still ought to be an exciting race nonetheless. And, well, we got a moment. I'd like to mention something that tonight we got Darcy Hart back in the field. And if things go to 35's way, it could be the first time in Inspired Racing League history that a father-son duo wins. But for Darcy Hart right now, 12th on the board. Going to be a lot of work to do for that 35 machine, but as we've seen in several cases in this league, anything can happen. That being said, let's get another father in here who's right now sitting 9th on the board with a 20.242. Get old Bobby Hadaway in the booth. Bobby Hadaway, Garrett Jenkins up here at broadcast booth. Can I copy, buddy?
Yes, sir.
Well, first off, how's the hunting season been for you?
It's been great. I've got a couple of deer already, and I'm just on cruise mode.
What's the best one you got so far?
I got a 9-pointer, weighed 178 pounds.
Good God almighty. The hell y'all feeding them jokers up there?
Corn, baby, corn.
We got a lot of people doing that around here.
Oh, yeah.
Got to deal with the hunting club, but hey, anyway, personal matters aside, right now, 9th quickest. Looking for your first win tonight along with your son. I got to ask, push comes to shove in your first and second. Who decides to win over that?
Oh, I'll wreck him to take the win.
All right.
I mean, I'm just looking for a good race. I want to be competitive, and let the chips fall where they may.
Nobody coming to tonight. A lot of grip on track. Cool temperature up here in the Virginia mountains. Right now, track's got a lot of grip on it. How, from the laps that you're running, how does that feel like it's affecting the car handling-wise for the 88?
Man, I've played around with the setup, and it doesn't matter what kind of setup I put in it. I can't really tell the difference.
Well,
But it feels like it's turning good. Feel like I got good acceleration off, but just a little off from the lead guys here. I got to figure that out.
well, Bobby, we'll let you get back at that. Best of luck to you. Hopefully we get to talk to you at the end of this thing.
We appreciate it, man. Thanks for the broadcast.
Yes, sir. Right now, H&W Motorsports 4th and 9th as we stand. With Jess, as a matter of fact, I timed that perfectly. Practice coming to a close. Next up, qualifying for the Inspired Thunder Series. With Dustin Walton rolling out first, followed by Aaron Stanton. Well, somebody, as a matter of fact, Robert Wilhoit rolling out now. So Dustin will get us started. And he's on the clock now, along with Stanton. To the first side racetrack, 10.2 for Dustin, a 10 flat for Stanton. So Aaron Stanton right now on track for the fast lap. At the line, the time to beat. Aaron Stanton, 20.067. The pole position right now, Robert Wilhoit coming across the line, 21.75 for Wilhoit. Stanton now complete his lap at the line. Not faster. And Stanton's going to junk it. Tyler Stone. Right now, Stone looking to complete his first lap across the line. Survey says 20.35, top of the board for Stone. Hell of a lap. Still room for improvement. All drivers in the high 19s. Tyler Stone's going to get one more shot at it. Does he improve this time or does the 35 stand? Survey says at the line. Does not, 135. identical, a tenth off. Hurt was slid up in the 6th. The man going for 3 in a row tonight. On the Saturday night side of things, Shane R. The High Rock Vodka inspired Motorsports machine is on the clock now. All right, nice easy transition through 3 and 4 to come across the line. First lap, 125. That will be 5th quickest. Ben Milton on the clock now. Matter of fact, Milton will come across the line. A 255 for Milton. That would be P7 for his first lap. Shane Hart across the line. Survey says an 038 misses it by 0.03 of a second. Ben Milton now. 221 is an improvement, but however, will not improve position for a 28 machine. Jackson Hathaway, Austin Winch, and Darcy Hart, Colt Ward have not posted a lap. With that being said, we'll give them a few minutes, but in the meantime, Tyler Stone, Gary Jenkins up here in broadcast booth. Got a copy, buddy?
I've got you.
Well, been a long time since we've seen the 25 on the pole. Can that correlate into a win tonight?
I got no earthly idea. I was as surprised as anybody to turn that lap, to be honest. But yeah, it feels fun. I'm gonna have fun.
Well, hell of a way to start. I got to ask, we've asked a lot of drivers. They've all pretty much said the same thing. Tire wear is going to be a big thing tonight with the track being so cool as it is. Is that the same for the 25 kid? Really, how's the car handling to your liking? Could this be a short run or a long run game?
I get the sense I'll probably be okay on a short run. Long run, I think I might be in trouble. Shane's got that down. We've seen that the last every race. So we'll see what happens. But I think we're going to have a good car.
All right, buddy. Well, best of luck to you tonight. Hopefully we'll get to talk to you at the end of this thing.
10-4. Have a good one.
You too, bud. That being said, 19 seconds left remaining, and that will pretty much entail that Tyler Stone will be on the pole. Shane Hart, Aaron Stanton, Dale McCullough, Robert Wilhoit. The top 5, Bobby Hadaway, Ben Milton, Ben Kennert, and Dustin Waltney will be the 9 drivers who post a lap. The rest of them up to iRace's discretion. We're going to find that out here in just a few minutes. Few moments, actually. Session already up. We'll go through the start lineup for tonight. 104 laps from Martinsville. Tyler Stone, Shane Har. First and second, Inspired Motorsports on the front row. Aaron Stanton, David McCullough. Down fourth, the part of the Loner Team and Elite Motorsports. Robert Wilhoit, the sole representative tonight of the Full Throttle Union, will roll off fifth, and Bobby Hadaway, the highest of the H&W Motorsports drivers. Semtat Racing's Ben Milton and Ben Kennert, 7th and 8th. And the last driver, I believe, to be a part of that group, Dustin Waltney, in 9th. And the last loner of the night, Colt Ward, will round off 10th. And last but definitely not least, Jackson Hadaway, H&W Motorsports other driver, and Darcy Har for Inspired Motorsports rounds out the field in 12th. Can't get a couple more drivers in here. Make it quick. Ben Millen up here. Ben Millen, Garrett Jenkins up here in broadcast booth. Got Copy Bay.
How you doing, mate? How you doing?
Doing pretty good after a great run last week at IRP. I don't even know where we were at last week, but
Where were we?
North Wilkesboro. There we go. After a great run North Wilkesboro last week for the 28 machine, how do you take the momentum from last week and transfer it over to tonight with what seems like a pretty fast 28 machine?
Hopefully just do the same again, and hopefully it works out. We used a lot of strategy last week to get up in the mix, and then yeah, just try to stay there. So that'll be the plan again this week.
I got to ask, tonight you talk about strategy right now. It seems like drivers are talking it out. Tire wear with the track being so cool tonight. Does that practically play into the 28's favor, or does it kind of go against the 28?
Strategy is always a good thing because you know there's a couple of ways to attack it. So well, there's 3 of us in the team tonight, so we're going to try some things, and hopefully one of us can get in the top 3, and that'd be a great result for us.
All right, well, best of luck to you. Hopefully you can get it
Cheers,
done.
Garrett.
Be the second straight week that Simtech Racing, or second straight race that Simtech Racing gets the win tonight. Appreciate your time, buddy.
That'd be amazing, Garrett. Yeah, thanks, mate.
Yep. All right. To do that, they got to go through some of the best. And right now it is Inspired Motorsports top front row. Tyler Stone, Shane Orr will be bringing them down. Matter of fact, I spoke too soon. Pace car not in this time. Unfortunately, Austin Lynch will not be able to join the race tonight. So with that being said, it will still be 12 drivers up for grabs. 104 laps. Ought to be a good one. Short track Saturday night action, a fan favorite across the globe. If you're a grassroots kind of person like myself, you prefer a late model race over practically anything else, and you're entitled to one tonight. Shane Harr, Tyler Stone brings them down to the restart zone to get us started. 104 laps from Martinsville. We're rolling. Shane Orr will lead the first lap. Tyler Stone will fall back to second. Stanton third. McCullough fourth. Oh, McCullough's around. Back straight away. Jackson Hadaway involved. Win the 11 of Dustin is involved. Caution is out. Talked to Dustin earlier about trying to turn the luck around, and it will already not come to fruition tonight. Let's see what happens. When our cameras picked up on it, was already around. Take it from the Raging Idiot Racing Network blimp camera. As soon as it rewinds here. All right, so we'll set this up all the way coming through. On the outside of Stanton entering one. 46 is into the back of it. Rewind it here. Go out from the slow motion camera. Well, for what I'm seeing, of course they ain't made contact yet. Seems like the two might be trying to get down in front of the 46. It's typical late model, especially at Martinsville. If you watch the actual Valley Star Credit Union 300 for this past year, the outside lane acts like practically Bristol. You don't want to be in the outside lane at all. I think maybe the two might have been trying to get down in front of the 46. The 46 might have already had his nose in there. Ultimately, if it's me, it's just a racing deal. It's a product of Martinsville with these cars, both in real life and on the game, is pretty much David needing to get down, wanting to get down, is not wanting to lose no spots. The 46 rolls through the corner better than the 2, already has his nose there. They just come together, really. Well, nonetheless, you know, the other thing too, 46 or the 2 spotter might not have time to realize that he is already there. Ultimately, it's just the 2 trying to get down to 46, fills the gap, and pretty much run out of room. 2 cars going for the same hole. It's really one of them situations, a tough circumstance, but I guarantee it we'll see more of it tonight. Because right now, the outside lane, you do not want to be in that outside lane. The quicker you can get down to the bottom, the better you'll be. Because think of this track with these cars like old school Bristol from the 90s to the 2000s. Outside lane didn't work like it does now. So really it's going to be a bottom feeders race. And it will be Shane Hart, Tyler Stone bringing us back down to the start. Pace cars in, we're rolling. Well, Shane Hart will take the lead. Stanton will fall will go up to second. Ben Hart in the wall. Tyler Stone will settle in third. Robert Will Hoyt the top 4. But to keep in mind with this series, 104 laps, we got a halfway break on lap 52. So I'll play a lot to these drivers. Fairs might see a lot of drivers just ride and try to stay in the back. Single tire, definitely stay out of trouble. Well, then McCullum 1 lap down. Colton Ward, Darcy all around. At the exit of turn 4, yet again and under the second caution of the night. Same identical spot of where we saw the first incident. Darcy Hart, massive damage to that machine. We'll go ahead and get a look at it so we don't jump right in on the one to go. Look at it from Colton Ward's standpoint. Goes into the corner. 46, dimes it again. This time does get into the back of the 42. Sends him around. Bobby Hadaway from there. The 11 gets into the back of the 35 to send Darcy Hart around. So really, well, it looks like 2 separate incidences under this caution. We'll look at it here. Colton Ward's already around. Darcy's going to check up, go to the outside. The 11 just gets into the back of him. Don't know if he is expecting the 35 to slam on the brakes like he did. Regardless of the fact, the 46 into the back of the 42. The 88's just collateral damage at that point in Bobby Hadaway. And the 11 into the back of the 35. At what point the caution is thrown, I don't know. But regardless, them are the 2 incidences. We're under the second caution of the night. Just 10 laps in. Now field pacing around. Shane Hart has led all but 1 lap since we started tonight. Of course, Tyler Stone was able to lead the first one. Shane Hart and Aaron Stanton will bring us down for the restart. And of course, if you're Aaron Stanton, over the last 2 weeks, you've had 2 cars that could win this race. Unfortunately, you've had no wins over the last 2 weeks. Hard race that IRP would rally back to get a strong finish down the event, and then last week ran second to Shane Har after a late caution when him and Elijah Fisher would set us up for a short track shootout. And the field brings us right back down. We're rolling. Let's try this again. Staying able to get the drive off the corner. Old Tyler Stone at Bay will set his sights on Shane Har as they'll come to the turn 3 and 4. Har will lead his 13th lap. And of course, why is this important? Aaron Stanton walks into the night with a 25 or 29 point lead over Shane Har. So right now, a great run is really needed from both drivers, really. Well, you got to think the damage won't be too bad if Stanton runs second to Har, even with the bonus points. It's really Shane would gain 15 points on Stanton. But what the 27 has a bad run, then what? Then the whole dynamic of this shifts. Well, you also got that night with Mike Hauser, Elijah Fisher, Stephen Henning Jr. Knight here, 4th through 6th. Them spots are up for grabs. It affects the drivers personally. They will probably take a provisional. The other thing is it will bring in drivers who are below that cut line, well, not the cut line, but below 16 points, like Tyler Stone, like Ben Milton, Jackson Hadaway, Dustin Walton. It will bring all them drivers a lot closer to getting a great points finish, and it will really put for Hauser, Fisher, Henning. As the season goes on, this one race could affect the outcome of their championship going on out, but a lot of season left. As right now, you focus on Aaron Stanton, Shane Har. Looks like Stanton can roll in the middle of 3 and 4, slightly better than the 21 can. Right now, Aaron Stanton fast slap at a race with a 9-10. 19-9-10 as a matter of fact. You know what? Let's ride on board with Shane Har. Just listen. Across the line, Stanton a bit slower the last 2 laps, not by much early inning. Darcy Har slowing him back straightaway. Meatball damage and Darcy Har still limping, trying to get the car rolling. Creeping along the back straightaway. And he will tow back to the pits. We'll quickly see what happened to the 21 machine, or the 35 machine. I'm not sure really what happened. Not sure if he blew the transmission or the motor or whatever happened. Nonetheless, not seeing no contact, but Darcy Har's night is done. Only 24 laps in and 80 laps too soon. Right now the gap between Shane Har and Aaron Stanton has opened up to a half a second. The Har's slowly starting to come around. That car is always built for long run speed. Knows how to save the tires, how to make it work. Jackson Hadaway now around. Got it back rolling. What happened to Hadaway? Guy gets on the curb, goes around. Solo car incident. Shouldn't bring out a caution. Gets it back rolling. Backs it up, but now Hadaway 1 lap down. Same 7 to go out in the line. Of course, halfway caution. lap 52. You can really see. Well, now Stanton's starting to bring it right back in. Just see like that 27 when he can do it. That car really rolls through the corners a lot better than the 21. Able to make the gap up, but Harris drive off. Able to hold him at bay for the moment. On back to the field while we have a shot at it before anything else happens. Of course, Shane Hart started second. Right now is your leader. Aaron Stanton started third. Right now running in second spot. The points leader actually first and second in the points entering tonight. Tyler Stone started on the pole. But right now has slipped back to third. How about old Ben Milton? Having a great run tonight. Started seventh up to fourth. In that 28 machine trying to put together some solid runs. Colton Ward involved in our second caution of the night. Started 10th and right now up to 5th. Well, David McCullough did get the free pass, so is back in the hunt here. Don't know how much damage is left on that 2 machine, but right now trying to dig himself out of a hole. Right now is rebounded back to 6th. Robert Wilhoy right behind him. Started 5th, back down to 7th at the moment for Wilhoy, 7.6 off the leader. Well, Robert tonight's just looking for a good run. Needs a great run. The only representative of Full Throttle Union tonight. Back to the field, the Daytona Road Course winner in dominating fashion. Big Canert right now hasn't lost no ground, hasn't gained no ground. Right now started 8th and right now running right where he started in the 8th spot. Dustin Walton, you can already see some damage to that machine right now, running in 9th. Last driver on the lead lap. Bobby Hadaway runs in the 10th spot. After starting 6th, a decent qualifying run for the 88, but right now handling not there. 4088 machine. His son Jackson Hadaway right now started 11th in 11th, the only car 1 lap down. So when we get to this halfway break, it's going to be a saving grace for the 8 machine if nobody passes him, that is. Or nobody gets lapped, I should say. The only other car that we have not mentioned, Darcy Hart in the garage, and Austin Winch not making the start tonight. That's the first inspired marketing through the field. All right, now if you're just joining us as well, 2 cautions tonight already to kick started off for 8 laps. Shane Hart, your leader, as a work lap 38 of 104, halfway caution at lap 52, and only 1 official lead change tonight. Race analysis, like I said, only 104 laps tonight in the weather. Partly cloudy right now in the Virginia mountains at Martinsville Speedway. 66 degrees Fahrenheit, bit of a chilly night to say the least. 91% humidity, however. 4 mile-an-hour wind out of the northeast. That is the weather for tonight. For the race, not for real life, so it's probably a whole hell of a lot colder. But right now it's been all Shane Hart. One thing we're going to try to incorporate during the late model portion, a quick interview with the halftime winner from each race for the late models. right now, 62 to go. 10 to the halfway break. You see what Jackson Hathaway did not want to see. Dustin Waltney. 1 lap down. The question is now, where is he in relations to Jackson Hathaway? If we pull up the track map, we can easily see it via car number. There you see the 11 now entering turn 3, so the 8 is in the middle of 1 and 2, so that is roughly a whole track's worth, half a track at least. So unless there's a miracle or another caution, Jackson Hathaway will not be getting a free pass at the halfway break. He'll more than likely, if he wants his lap back, have to either take the wave around or hope for another caution. Right now, on back further to the field. Colton Ward up to 3rd. About to be a nice battle for 4th between Tyler Stone and Ben Milden. Right now, Milden, matter of fact, his fastest lap so far tonight. Has been a 20.097. However, the fastest lap has still been set by Aaron Stanton at a 19.910. But right now, the field pretty much starting to see it fall off, except for the front 2. But right now, the battle for 4th has kind of simmered down. I'm about to add David McCullough into the mix. But right now, Shane Orr looking to be the halfway winner tonight, but Stanton might try something here. Unlikely. I think right now these drivers are begging for some tires. As a matter of fact, probably what we'll see the whole field do, come in for some fresh rubber. That's Shane Har. Come around. There's the caution. Shane Har, the halfway winner. Aaron Stanton 2nd, Colton Ward 3rd, Tyler Stone, Ben Milton top 5. Let's see if we can't get a quick word with Shane Har real fast. Shane Har, Garrett Jenkins up here in broadcast booth. Got a copy, buddy?
Hey guys, what's up? I do.
Well, pretty straightforward night. Only has led all but 1 lap tonight. That total of 51. How's the car feeling over that long green flag run, and do you feel comfortable with it?
Yeah, the car feels decent. Aaron was pretty quick there. It just looks tough to pass. So, yeah, the key's going to be to stay out front, I think, and try to stay in front of all the chaos.
Well, buddy, you mentioned it, a strong word. Chaos so far tonight. We've seen only 2 cautions, though, but really, do you anticipate that the trend's still going forward, or really, how do you foresee the rest of the night going for the 21?
Well, yeah, I hope the rest of this race goes kind of like the beginning did. Not too many cautions, just keeping it nice and green is always good.
All right, buddy. Well, I'll drop you down, let you get ready for the last half. Congratulations on being the Raging Idiot Racing Network halfway winner.
Thank you, sir. Feels
Yes,
good.
sir. Yes, sir. Well, Ben Milden will actually win the race off of pit road. He had to take more than just he had to take 2 tires. That was a hell of a pit crew. So it'll be Milden first, Shane Hart second, Tyler Stone, Ben Knert, Aaron Stanton the top 5 off of pit road. Matter of fact, no. McCullough actually gets Stanton off the pit road. So Aaron Stanton, what is going on here? There's some technical issues for the 27 machine. Don't know what's going on there. Excuse me again. One of the things about tonight, one thing about tonight is it's been a pretty much no stress, no worries. Tonight's just pretty straightforward. Not a lot of drivers out, not a lot of carnage so far tonight. It about makes me cry whenever I see a tore up late model. But for Aaron Stant, don't know if he's trying to get caught back up or what the deal is. As much as I hate to pull him up here, but we'll worry about that in a minute. Right now, Ben Milton Shanghar brings us down to the restart zone. We're rolling. Minute right now, going to hold the bottom lane, and now we're going to see what Shane Hart can do. Alluded to how hard it is to pass at this track tonight. We're going to see how he can handle getting around to 28. Will come back, leave his 5th lap of the race. Shane Hoare will fall back second. Tyler Stone, Big Kennard, and David McCullough the top 5. Granted, I don't know if I'm supposed to use him tonight or not, but in-race pit reporter Chris Lowe, you got a copy, buddy?
Yeah, I do. What's going on?
Well, can you give us anything? What happened with the 27? Oh, McCullough's around. Got it back going. We'll look at it one more time.
I'm trying to get to it.
You're good. You're good. Caution's out anyway.
So Aaron apparently got a black flag for speeding up pit road when that happened, and I have no idea what happened on this yellow, so I'm gonna go look at it.
All right, buddy, get back down there, and appreciate the report. Right now we're looking at live, and it looks like Stanton into the back of the 2 machines sends him around. Look at it one more time, slow motion wise. A lot of shaking from the camera. 4 mile an hour wind speed. What do you expect? That just looks like Stanton rolls the corner a little bit better. A slight tap to the back of the 2 machines sends the to David McCullough around. Turn 2 has been a very complicated spot tonight. Oh, extremely complicated. And for David McCullough, it's the 2nd incident of the night for him, and it will come 43 laps in, or 43 to go, I should say. McCullough Ward into the pits. The big strategy thing tonight as well with this is even with stereotypical late model action in period, if the laps are counted, that under caution included, they got to keep an eye on where the pace car is at right now. Robert Wilhoit 1 lap down. He was not a lap down prior to the halfway caution. I got a feeling got busted under pit road, caught up by the pace car lapped him. And that's just one of several different things you got to think about when you come to short track racing. Is you always got to keep in mind, unless it is a league, both in real life and not in real life on iRacing, a lot of the leagues, they'll keep a traditional caution laps do not count. In a lot of races, late model races in real life, just depending on the length. Now, if it's a 300 lap event, 400 lap event, and yes, late model races run that, then every lap will count even on a caution. But some of the races, most late model races, they do not count the caution laps. If the caution comes out at lap 63 like it is now, it will stay lap 63 until they go to the green. That is not the case here with the Inspired Thunder Series, so you got to watch out for the pace car. when you're on pit road. And with that being said, Big Milton, Shane Hart will bring us down to the restart zone. We're going to try it again. 40 to go. Ben Kennard way up the racetrack right now. Tyler Stone looking to his inside in the battle for third. McCullough, Bobby Hadaway as well. Milton right now holds Shane at bay. Kennard will stay in the third spot. Tyler Stone slipped back to fourth, side by side action between Bobby Hadaway and David McCullough. Results in McCullough maintaining the top 5 spot for the moment. McCullough loose, they're wrecking in the back. No, they saved it. Hell of a save. But David McCullough tonight. McCullough's getting wore out. I have all eyes. We'll look back at it. He got into Bobby Hadaway. McCullough, not quite a slide. Will Hoyt into the back of him. Didn't fully spin out. That's the key thing. And with that being said, we'll keep it green. As Ben Milton right now continues to lead over Shane Hart. Hart looks at the inside. Milton shuts the door on him. Shut the door to Milkman when he walks up. Well, Shane knows that he's got the car that can win tonight, but Ben Milton trying to make some history of his own. So if he can win tonight, this week will belong to Simtech Racing. And Milton can hold him off. To do that, he's going to have to hold off a man who looking to go 3 in a row. She ain't going to do anything. He ain't going to look to the outside. Not going to be able to get there. Har's going to do everything he can, but if a bumper's got to come to it, then a bumper will come to it. But still plenty of racing left. 33 to go. Har looks to the inside of Milton for the lead. Well, Har's going to try to hold on to it. Milton's fighting back on the outside lane. Very tight racing, rubbing doors. Entering turn 3. And Shane Har clearing Milton. And the man that has lived 53 laps so far tonight and going for 3 in a row back out front. Right now, 30 to go. Do another Inspire Marketing through the field. But Shane Har right now, your leader Ben Milton will slide back to second. Colton Ward has took back over the third spot. Matter of fact, the loaners are coming. They've quickly dispatched the Tyler Stone. Colton Ward up to third, Stanton fourth. Tyler Stone slide back to fifth and starting on pole. Ben Kennard right now back in the sixth spot. Bobby Hadaway seventh back there. And he's got his son Jackson Hadaway right behind him. However, Jackson 1 lap down in the 10th spot on back for position. Gotta go back a little ways. David McCullough right now in pursuit of Will Hoyt right now. Robert also down 1 lap. That will be the battle for the free pass spot between Will Hoyt and Jackson Hadaway. But David McCullough right now in the 8th spot. Dustin Waltley in the 9th spot. That is the last of the cars on the lead lap. And of course Jackson and Will Hoyt 10th and 11th, and Darcy Horr and Austin Winch out of the race. All right, now Shannon's up a 1.9 second lead. Make it 2 over the field. So while he scoots away with 25 to go, we'll look back. Well, Stanton's going to get to the inside of Colt Ward. Aaron Stanton's on a mad charge. Devin McCullough, something happened to that tube machine. We'll go back and look at it. But he attacked the wall pretty good. Goes to come into the pits. Says, I'm just going to tow it and park it. And the bad luck streak for 2 will continue. With 23 to go, Aaron Stanton working on the 28. Well, Ben's gonna defend this for all it's worth, all he's got. Stanton's going to look to the bottom, however. Stanton will get there. Down the back straightaway, still touching. Bit of a door bang. Well, Ben's going to try to squeeze back in line if he can. He ain't going to be able to. Colt Ward's going to get right back to his inside. But, oh, Billy gets into the back of Ward. Tyler Stone's involved in it. 3 cars piled up and the caution is out. Well, that 3-second lead that Shane Horner had has just evaporated. Go back and look at it. I think from what I saw, Ben Milden try to really blend back in line, and just a critical misjudge. A critical misjudge. They're going to enter turn 3. And, yep, 28 into the back of the 42 to 25. No time to react at all. Gets it to the back of the 28 and sends them around. And that will put us under caution. Yet again. We'll back at it one more time. Goes back to what I was saying. Now, Miller, I'm not sure if he took 2 tires or ever how many tires he took, if he even took no tires. But 28's trying to defend everything that he's got. Does not want to be stuck on the outside, so he'll try to dive in the corner, really try to cross over Ward. Unfortunately, they make contact. 25 of Tyler Stone, nothing he can do about this. Gets it to the back of the 28, and around they go. So Shane Harr, the remaining leader, Aaron Stanton right behind him. 46 of Ben Connor will be 3rd. Bobby Hadaway, Ben Milton will maintain the top 5 right now. But I got a feeling the black flag might be coming to 28, but we'll wait and see. It's race control's discretion. Well, pace cars, lights will be out. And when they take the grid, it'll be a 15-lap shootout to the end. All right. Pace car will be in this time. Shane Harr, Aaron Stanton. brings us down to the restart zone. We are rolling again from Martinsville. Hard with a great launch called Aaron sweeping near about. Right now, one driver sleeping in the back. The Daytona winner, Ben Knert, right now sleeping in the back. Running in third right now. Bobby Hadaway, Ben Milner holds on to his top 5 spot. 14 to go. Does the 27 have anything for Shane Hoare? No, but Stanton doing everything he can. Does not want to finish second again tonight. And I got to mention that there will be a chance for a bumpy run. It might come, but right now just not able to get there. Shane Hoare, new fastest lap, 19.873. The only driver tonight among all practices to, I believe, get into the 8 range. Right now, he will lock up the bonus points. 5 for leading 1 lap, 5 for leading the most laps. He will lock them points up. Led 73 laps tonight out of 104 and counting. But right now, Aaron Stanton don't give a crap about that. Stanton wants this win. Stanton's there. He can just get him off the bottom. Right now, Stanton still is there within that 2-10 rate. He can get to the bumper. I just don't know if he can get it moved. Well, if you're going to try to get Shane Hoare off the bottom just by intimidating him, I'm sorry, it ain't going to work. Oh, a little bit of contact. A little bit of contact, but it cost Stanton some ground. Back to 4/10. Only 7 to go. Stanton run out of time. Well, since he was able to get there in that little bit of contact, Stanton has not been able to get back up to 21's bumper. I don't know if he's fell back to save a little bit or what the situation is. We'll cut a break from that real fast. Battle for third, Bobby Hadaway. Fourth, sixth, Ben battling. Hadaway down for the third spot as Shane Hoare starting to open up that little bit of lead. You see it on the scoring pylon. Five to go before the line. In the gap, a half a second. Three to go. Dang it. Think Stanton burned up his stuff. The gap now starting to open up to just under a second. Two laps to go. 2 laps. 1 mile from a grandfather clock. Down back straightaway. Shane Hoare through 3 and 4. We'll see the white flag. Going for 3 in a row on Saturday. White flag. 1 to go for Hoare. Stanton still 7/10 back. But he's going to try to get there. Whether it's successful or not will remain to be seen. Bobby Hadaway right now has third secured up for the most part. Off of turn 4, tick-tock, grandfather clock, Shane Hard, 3 in a row on Saturday. And will take the opening 3 races of the Cars Tour late model. Stan second, Hadaway third, Colton Ward, Ben Cadert, the top 5. All right, let's see if we cannot get a word with him. Shane Hard, Garrett Jenkins up here, broadcast booth. Got a copy, buddy?
I do. What's up, Garrett?
Tick-tock, grandfather clock. You'll lead the most laps of 85 out of 104. Tell me about it, man. It looked like for a second you might have been in trouble with being stuck behind the 28. You mentioned earlier that it was hard to pass. Really, what was the plan? Did you feel like that you could have got around the 28 to 9? And really, what did you have to do to hold back to 27?
Well, the 28, I kind of just waited, really, honestly, for him to. I thought he was going to wear his tires out, honestly. From there, we basically, as Aaron's flipping me.
I don't think he's all that happy. I
don't think any of them are. Yeah, the 28, I just kind of waited for him. I figured with the line he was running, maybe he'd burn his tires up, and we'd have a chance to get around him later. So I wasn't really pushing too hard. And then that caution came out, which honestly scared me because, it opened the door for Aaron to, feed me the bumper, which, he did there that one time. Luckily, I happened to have my wheel straight, so I didn't really feel it too much. But yeah, from there it was try to manage my tires and hit my marks.
Well, take me through the night, really, from another standpoint. Really, pretty much a bottom feeder race. Is that a safe assessment?
Yeah, very safe. I feel like you had to enter in the bottom lane, and you had to just roll that bottom perfect and try to exit, lower than a normal line at Martinsville would be. So
yeah,
these cars are a ton of fun here, and I look forward to ever coming back with these things because this is the perfect combo.
Well, buddy, I'll ask you these next 2 questions. I'm going to ask you one that I asked Jeff Merck over in MMS one time. As a matter of fact, the last time he won a race in MMS, I said the older you get, seems like the better you're getting. He said, age you like fine wine. Is that a safe assumption to say for 21?
Yeah, it's kind of starting to seem that way, isn't it? I'm not the oldest guy in the group, but, I'm in my 30s. So, it always feels good to whoop up on these 20-year-olds and, show them that the older guys still got it. So, yeah, this one's for the old guys.
Well, buddy, the last question I got for you before I let you head out. Is there anybody one thing? Friends, family, sponsors, etc. The floor is yours.
Yeah, Garrett, you up in the booth, of course. Elijah for putting this league on. My 2 teammates over there in Inspired tonight, Tyler and Darcy. Yeah, it was a ton of fun. I also want to give my shout out to my girlfriend. She checked in about halfway, and we were leading. So, we got a high five from her, and we happened to get her done. So, shout out to her.
All right, buddy. Can you say 3 in a row for Shane Hart on Saturday nights, and he will go 3 for 3 in the late model series? A hell of a job tonight, buddy.
Thank you, brother.
Yes, sir. Being said, get the second man in here. One of have all lives is not the happiest in the world at the moment. But Aaron Stant, Garrett Jenkins up here in broadcast booth. Got a copy, buddy?
What's up, Garrett? Said I wasn't happy?
I was referring to you.
Nah, that was a fun battle tonight.
Take me through it, buddy, because it looked like you tried to get to him. You tried to get to
I
him.
gave him the bumper. I gave him the bumper a little bit. He just didn't budge, but I gave him the bumpers. I don't know.
Well, take us through the night. Of course, a bit of a rough night. The penalty on pit road, and then of course having to come back through the field, some contact with the two. Rough night for
Which
27.
somehow was on my fault, which I don't really understand that one, but
pretty
okay.
much. But take me through the rest of the night, because it was a hard fought battle. How are you able to keep your head in the game and ultimately still have a shot at it?
I felt like me and Shane were so even. I know you can't hear us talking in game, but we were literally talking like, I don't know how I'm ever supposed to pass him. Like, we're essentially running the same line, doing the exact same thing, running the same lap times. Like,
And the bumper doesn't
it's
work.
kind of hard to run some, huh?
And then the bumper doesn't work.
The bumper doesn't work, so I don't know how I was actually supposed to get around him, but it was a fun battle either way. It was super fun driving through the field again, to be honest. That was kind of fun. Smoked everybody.
Well, buddy, ultimately tonight I do want to ask you, because I asked him under the halfway break, really, how were tires over the course of a long run? Did it feel like it was getting tight, or was it hard to just rotate through the center? How did the handling drop off as the run went on?
Yeah, I dialed down my brake bias a little bit, like halfway through the first run. When it's just started in tires didn't really get bad. It just started plowing worse and worse as the run went on. So I went down my brake bias just a little bit, which probably helped me the second run because I never changed it back. I just left it the same. So it probably helped me a little bit the second run, how I was actually able to get to Shane. But once I messed up there, what was it, like 5 to go, and I hit the little turtle on the inside, I was like, it's over.
Yeah. Well, buddy, last question I got for you before I let you head out tonight. Is there anybody who want to thank, friends, family, sponsors, etc.? The floor is yours.
Obviously, thanks to you, Garrett. Always enjoy watching your streams. Thanks to Elijah and all of them for putting this on every week. It's always fun. Pretty much it.
All right, buddy. Aaron Stanton will walk out of here still with his points lead, but we'll finish second tonight. Appreciate your time, buddy.
3 second places in a row.
Yeah, something like that.
Come on, Garrett. I gotta win, bro. Sooner or later.
You won at Daytona?
That doesn't count.
Okay, fine then. Appreciate your time, buddy.
Yeah.
Give me 1 sec, folks. Last but not least, the driver who said coming into tonight, he didn't know how the car was going to be, just play it by ear, and I'll be damn walked out of here with a third place run. Bobby Hadaway, Garrett Jenkins up here in broadcast booth. Got a copy, buddy?
Yes, sir.
Well, coming out of here tonight with a third place run, all things considering. Take me through the night. It was not an easy night for the 88 through the first half of this race.
It was not. I went to grid up, and it wouldn't let me in. I missed the start. Almost went a lap down, got caught up in a wreck, and wasn't real sure about my setup. And, man, about 20, 25 laps into the run, my car just really went to turning good. And I thought, man, I may have a shot. And then the cautions just played out right.
Well, buddy, you mentioned that, and, of course, really you allude to as the run went on, the car started coming back to you. It sounded like you were having a little bit. Aaron Stanton just said it really wasn't that the car fell off or whatnot, just got a little bit tight through the center of the corner with the cooler temperatures. Really, how did that affect the 88? Like, did it just get tighter as the run went on, or practically how did older tires affect during race trim compared to what we saw in practice and qualifying?
So I kept fighting tight all through practice and qualifying. So I just took a swing, and I thought to myself, man, this setup's going to be loose. But hopefully as the race goes on, if we can get some long green flag runs, it should tighten up. And it did. I started out loose, and then as it got tighter and tighter, man, it just got perfect. And it's like it equaled out. It got to a point, and it didn't get any worse. So it was just, I just lucked up and got the perfect setup.
Well, it was I think it was the best finish for the H&W Motorsports Group going forward. across both series is across the Thunder series with a third place run. Got to ask, where does that put your confidence at as we roll into Monday night live from Daytona International Speedway on the 2.5 mile oval, where a win at Daytona, whether it is virtual or real life, can change a person's life. Nonetheless, I know I've had the honor of experiencing that win before, but where does this put the 88 confidence level going into Monday?
Man, my confidence is high, but again, we're going to Daytona, and just like they say on TV, man, anything can happen. Just got to keep your nose clean, and I'll be honest with you, man, the competition we have in this league, this third place finish tonight is like a win for me. The competition is so tough week in and week out, and it's made me a better driver, and that's what I appreciate about it. I may not be the fastest, I may not look the best, but I have learned a ton in this league.
Well, buddy, hopefully when we leave Daytona Beach, we'll be able to talk to you yet again. Last question I got for you before I let you head out. Is there anybody want to thank tonight? Friends, family, sponsors, etc. The floor is yours.
Man, the Cleveland Engine Shop guys brought me a good car tonight, and I want to thank my family. My wife puts up with me doing this, gives me the time to do it. My brother-in-law's watching tonight. He didn't even know I was doing this, and I seen him today, and just glad he got to tune in and see a good race, and glad I ran good, and just, man, look forward to Monday night, see what we can do.
All right, buddy. Well, hell of a job for Bobby Hadaway tonight. We'll come home third night. Appreciate your time, buddy. Hell of a job.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Garrett, I appreciate everything you do. Have a good night.
You too, bud. That being said, final results for tonight. And if he can say 3 in a row, Shane Hoare, he will be taking home a grandfather clock as well for his troubles. Now, Shane Hoare is your winner tonight after leading 85 of 104 laps. Aaron Stanton second, Bobby Hadaway third. Colton Warren, Ben Knurp round out the top 5. Ben Milden, Jackson Hadaway, Tyler Stone, Dustin Waltney, Bart Wilhoit. The top 10, David McCullough, Darcy Hart, Austin Winch did not start this race, so unfortunately he will round out the field in 13th with mechanical issues. Yeah. With that being said, appreciate everybody watching tonight. Monday night, Inspired Cup Series rolls back into Daytona, not the road course, but the 2.5 mile oval. As for tomorrow night, have all lights MMS. Have all lighties. Way it looks. And then, of course, Tuesday night's an off night for Raging Idiot Racing Network. Wednesday night, MMS is a go for sure. We enter a 3-week break between Little Dog, Big Dog for regular MMS. Next Thursday, HGR on tap. And, of course, next Friday was just announced this morning, as a matter of fact, that the Raging Idiot Racing Network will be carrying the Midnight Racing League Contender Series to season's end. That'll all be live right here on the Raging Idiot Racing Network. That is the week planned out. And until then, congratulations, Shane Hoare, yet again are in order. 3 in a row and 3 for 3 in the Inspired Racing League Cars Tour debut. And I will see everybody tomorrow night for MMS. Until then, have a good night. Take it easy. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe to the Raging Idiot Racing Network. Everybody, have a good night.